I went to this VC in Bangalore and had this meeting, spent an hour, and then at the end of the meeting, the feedback I got was, I don't think this idea can even raise $100,000, right? You're wasting your time. I couldn't sleep actually, but we said, let's do something to prove these people wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, a bigger round of applause.
Ixigo, its IPO is open for subscription. It's a 740 crore IPO, which consists of an offer for sale for about 640 crores and fresh issue of 120 crores as well.
Can we have a big round of applause for the founders?
Our dream as Indians should be that, there should be a day in our lifetime that we should be able to build $1 trillion company.
From a humble start with just 6 lakhs rupees to managing more than 50 million bookings annually, Ixigo's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. How did this small startup defy the odds and finally have a very successful IPO on June 18th, outperforming many of the top startups in the country? Join us as we explore the clever ideas, smart strategies, and hard work that powered Ixigo's growth over the last 17 years. With travel becoming a year-round activity, mini vacations are on the rise. As per a McKinsey report on how India travels, by 2030, Indian travelers' expenditure is projected to surge to $410 billion, making India the 4th largest global spender after US, China, and Germany. Let's dial back from the beginning. Do you remember how we used to book a train more than 10 years ago? In my college days, I used to reach the station at 4 a.m. in the morning to stand in the long queue in hopes of getting a ticket to home for Diwali. But that was not even the worst thing. If you had to book a ticket for a vacation, you would pray to travel agents the same way you would to God. And good luck trying to change the dates of your ticket, might as well give up on that vacation. The reviews we rely so much on today were not really there back in the day. We had to rely on our friends and their recommendations to plan any trips. So it's safe to say that before OTAs, booking travel was a very complex offline process. But as we can all see today, these problems became big opportunities for online travel agencies like Make My Trip, Ease My Trip, Ixigo, Booking.com, and many others. Among the top OTAs today, Make My Trip leads with a significant revenue surge of rupees 4,863 crore, and Exigo being the second largest with 501 crore as per financial year 23. I know this means Make My Trip is close to 10 times as big as Exigo. Then why are we even talking about it? It's their rather unusual story to success that's more fascinating for us. Ixigo was born and forged in adversity. Launched just before the global financial crisis, we faced turbulent waters from the outset. Rejected by 75 investors in the very first year, 2007, yet our beliefs in the vision never faltered, said Alok Bajpai, co-founder of Ixigo. This very resilience has been the cornerstone of Ixigo's enduring success. Before starting Ixigo, Alok Bajpai worked in the travel technology industry, including a stint at Amadeus, a major global travel technology provider. Together, Alok Bajpai and Rajneesh Kumar co-founded Ixigo in 2007 after recognizing a gap in the market for a good travel search engine that could simplify booking for Indian consumers. Noticing travelers' difficulties in comparing options and prices across multiple websites, they envisioned a platform that could aggregate and compare travel information, making it easier to find the best deals. Starting with limited resources in a small Gurgaon apartment, they were determined to create a user-friendly platform. The name Ixigo, a play on Ixigo, reflects their mission to help travelers easily find and search their destinations. However, when it came to raising funds, their investors felt the travel space was already too crowded with established players like Make My Trip, Clear Trip, Yatra, and other websites. One investor even challenged Alok that they would not be able to raise even $100,000 in funding. With an initial investment of just 6 lakh rupees, they developed Ixigo and launched it. Over the years, Ixigo continued to innovate and grow, becoming one of India's leading travel search and booking platforms. But what's their business model and how do they make money? In fact, Ixigo pivoted thrice just to get their model right. Their first model was a bootstrapped flight meta search website focusing on the pre and post booking anxieties of travelers. Their second model was a trip planning platform after securing its Series A funding. Gradually, Ixigo introduced things like places to visit, things to do, which redirected to bring plenty of traffic through search engines alone. Their third model was an evolution into a marketplace after integrating all the booking layers of its partners like external OTAs and their airlines themselves. In a matter of a few years, Ixigo became a full-blown OTA in itself, surviving 3 major pivots to now becoming the second largest OTA in the country. Talks about Ixigo's strength to survive through it all, and hence the moniker of a cockroach startup that they have earned in the Indian startup ecosystem. A cockroach startup is a startup that is built to survive in any situation, even in the direst of circumstances. It's a startup that is hardwired to survive and thrive even when the market is not favorable. Such startups build sustainable models to scale up rather than purely depending on the amount or number of available resources, be it capital or human. Fast forward to today, Exigo operates on a commission-based business model as an online travel aggregator. The main sources of its revenue include: number 1, commissions and convenience fees from booking travel services; number 2, advertising and referral income on the platform; and number 3, it also generates some revenue from providing technical support services to its partners. Now let's talk about all the products and services that they have built over the years. Ixigo's founders Alok Bajpai and Rajneesh Kumar noticed a significant gap in the Indian travel market. Train travel, particularly in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, was vastly underserved. Recognizing the potential, they had launched the Ixigo Trains app in 2013. Initially a utility platform, it quickly evolved, and by 2017, Ixigo had expanded into train ticket booking as a B2C service provider for IRCTC. This strategic move paid off, with train ticketing now contributing over 60% of Ixigo's total revenue, outpacing its competitors. Ixigo didn't stop there. Understanding the unique needs of train passengers, they introduced groundbreaking features like live train tracking, PNR prediction, station alarms, AR coach position, and free cancellations. The acquisition of Confirm Ticket in 2021 further solidified Ixigo's dominance in the train ticketing space, providing users with even more robust and reliable services. While trains remained Ixigo's core focus, the company strategically expanded into other travel verticals, including flights, buses, and hotels. This diversification allowed Ixigo to reduce dependence on any single segment and cater to a broader customer base, positioning itself as a comprehensive online travel aggregator. Investing heavily in AI and data science, Ixigo developed features like multilingual travel assistant, real-time information, and personalized recommendations. In 2023, Ixigo launched Plan, an AI-based travel planning tool designed to provide intelligent trip planning and booking assistance. These innovations ensured that it stayed ahead of the curve, offering unparalleled convenience to its customers. Ixigo's strategy was clear: focus on the largely neglected customers in smaller cities and towns. By targeting this Bharat market, Ixigo built a very loyal user base and established a presence in the Indian travel industry. Their approach was not just about capturing market share, but about truly serving an underserved population. As of September 2023, Ixigo had over 213 million registered users and continues to lead with the highest app engagement among OTAs, with monthly active users peaking at 83 million. But how did it get here? Let's talk about some of the interesting things that they did in acquiring and engaging with its users. You know how most companies who want to turn profits eventually want to ensure good margins. This means that they usually go with what is called a top-down approach while entering a market. Make My Trip followed this path and identified that their target audience would be people in Tier 1 cities. Their major revenue share would come from people who could afford flights, and that's just 4% of India, which means the remaining 96% untapped, underserved market is traveling by trains and buses. So that's the market Ixigo jumped into. They understood that to leverage a high volume of audience, they needed to keep low margins. This bottom-up approach focused on Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities primarily, capturing a major chunk of the train and bus market. Close to 60% of their revenues now come from train ticketing, a testament to their strategy. Their partnership with IRCTC for regular and Tatkal ticket bookings sealed their dominance in the rail sector. Ixigo's boldest decisions came in the form of strategic acquisitions and partnerships. Acquiring Confirm Ticket and Abhibus allowed them to dominate the train and bus markets respectively. To give you a perspective, Ixigo leads the OTA rail market in India with a market share of 51% as of March 2023. The market share increased to 52.4% in the first half of fiscal year 2024. Abhibus stands as the second largest bus ticketing OTA in India right now. Confirm Ticket's horizontal integration helped Ixigo expand its user base and enhance its technology infrastructure, improving service efficiency and user experience. Meanwhile, the recent partnership with PhonePe integrated travel booking services into the app, offering over 540 million users a comprehensive range of travel options, with Ixigo Flights and Abhibus handling flights and bus bookings, while Confirm Ticket expanding the train booking services on PhonePe. In addition, Ixigo acquired a company called IndiaBackpacker.com, tapping into a huge community of backpacking enthusiasts and enriching the travel content available on the Ixigo platform. They leveraged influencer marketing like never before. They have also introduced e-visa services and a travel credit card, enabling seamless end-to-end travel experiences for its customers. Not to forget, Ixigo's $0 marketing strategy is a masterclass in creativity. They have mastered the art of creating engaging and shareable content that resonates with its target audience. One standout example is this video produced on a budget of just 7,000 rupees that went viral globally. This wasn't a fluke, but a well-oiled strategy. Their savvy use of social media platforms amplifies their reach, turning users into brand advocates. By focusing on creating shareable moments and genuine connections, Ixigo not only saves on marketing costs, but also builds a loyal, engaged community, proving that sometimes the best marketing doesn't really have to be expensive. All it requires is a spark of creativity and a deep understanding of the audience. As of June 18, 2024, Ixigo's market cap was 6,420 CR, which is nearly 80% higher than its pre-IPO valuation of 3,602 CR. Ixigo is one of the very few online travel tech companies in India that has achieved profitability. The company has overcome the hurdles of the competitive OTA market and the COVID-19 pandemic and delivered impressive financial results. Exigo reported revenues of 501 CR in financial year 23, an impressive 32% growth from the previous year. While Make My Trip, the much larger competitor, generates the majority of its revenue from the hotels and packages vertical, contributing 57% of its total revenue. Ixigo's revenue is primarily driven by the train ticketing segment, which accounts for 56.7% of its total revenue. In the 9 months of financial year 24, Ixigo reported revenues of 491 CR with a PAT of 65.7 CR before going for its IPO. This is nearly 3 times the PAT of 23.3 CR it had posted for the entire financial year 23. In comparison, the company had actually incurred a loss of 21 CR in financial year 22. Ixigo's total expenditure in the first 9 months of financial year 24 was 475.4 CR compared to 484.2 CR for the full financial year 23. Overall, Ixigo has shown a significant improvement in its profitability in financial year 24 so far. The company's revenue growth and cost control measures have contributed to this strong financial performance, and that resulted in a very strong stock market debut. So what do we learn from the incredible story of Ixigo so far? Number 1, unwavering resilience. Ixigo's journey from its inception in 2006 to becoming India's second largest online travel agency and doing a successful IPO this year is a testament to its resilience and innovation while being scrappy throughout its journey. Number 2, identifying your niche early. Ixigo's success can be attributed to its focus on the rail travel market in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities primarily, which the larger incumbents ignored. With over 170 million app downloads and AI-driven smart features like Plan, Ixigo has made travel booking a lot more convenient with its user-friendly interface. Number 3, strategic partnerships. You don't have to build everything yourself. Ixigo's strategic partnerships with major platforms like IRCTC, Flipkart, and more recently PhonePe have significantly expanded its reach and impact. As travel continues to evolve, Ixigo is very well positioned to capture even greater market share. And that brings us to the end of this episode of Scale by Airtribe. Let us know which app you use to book trains, flights and hotels in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for even more interesting content. Thank you for watching and safe travels.